everybody, so I'm back and I want to share with you guys a dream that I had that has to do with justice. Um, I did receive it yesterday, and I'm gonna start off first with a song that I did make a video a long time ago about. But I'm gonna play it just to have that refreshment, right? Because I think it's so beautiful. And then I'm gonna start off with the dream. As long then afterwards, I'm going to share another psalm that confirmed my dream in the sense as of in the title of it, and as well as I basically like looked in the Bible and I read literally one sentence, right? And it reminded me of my dream that I had yesterday. So I just knew confirmation. So I'm gonna start off with that. It has to do with justice, and you guys' face. It's been like that like all day, okay? So I can't even get it off me anymore. And it's just like this dream. I don't know when it's going to happen, right? But I just know it has to do with judgment's been made from God, and it's justice. And that's why I just want to encourage all my brothers and sisters in Christ out there and those that don't, right? That if you just give everything to God and you pray and you cry out for help, that He does hear you. He does. So just give your faith into Him, especially because He knows what's going behind closed doors. And it's just like the first time I saw something like it. And it's something I really want to share because there was also depictions in there, how things look like that I also want to describe. But before we do so, I'm gonna start off with this, even though I've had a video of it before, but I just think it's so beautiful.
The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in His temple. For in the time of trouble He shall hide me in His pavilion. In the secret of His tabernacle shall He hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in His tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me, and answer me. When thou saidst, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, will I seek. Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and He shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord.
I love it. Because it's just so beautiful. I it's like when this whole video is about knowing that God does hear your prayers and your cries and your worries, okay? It's not that that is the reason why I want to also share this dream, because it has to do with justice. It really does. You guys see? And it just confirms that any prayers that you send to God, especially in the situation when you have enemies that try to trap you, they try to do things behind your back, and they could be doing things that could literally be going out of hand that you might not even know about. You guys see what I'm saying? And it's like God is righteous, you know? God is righteous, and this dream is just a confirmation onto that, especially for those that are His people. If you cry out and there's a case that goes against you, or you know you're innocent, I'm letting you guys know Jesus will take you out of that. He also took Peter out of the prison. He sent his angels and he took him out. You guys see what I'm saying? So have faith. Take everything that you guys have in worries and pain and just give it to God. If you ask for justice and the Lord sees that your hands are innocent and your heart had pure intentions this whole time, then justice will be given. You guys see? And I just can't stop smiling because I have to tell you guys this dream. And it can go for everybody out there, okay? This is not just for me, you know? It's just something that I was able to see, and I give thanks to my Lord because, like I said, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know justice will be served in some kind of thing, or in a sense that will happen to me and that I want to share. It's just okay, so I have to like say it, and then afterwards I'm going to give my Bible verse, the psalm that I literally looked in one sentence, and it just was like, whoa, confirmation, like literally one sentence, looked one time, one sentence out of the whole page, and there was my confirmation. So I knew it had to do with victory. But it started off with, I don't I don't even know where I was all of a sudden, you guys, okay? So I have no idea where I was at, but I was all of a sudden facing myself with stairs. And these stairs kept on like revealing themselves, okay? It was as if like I don't know where I was at, there was nothing there yet. And then all of a sudden, stairs started revealing itself, and they started just being shown more, as if they were there the whole time, but now they were being unveiled. And I saw that everything that had to do with these stairs, everything was gold. Everything, it was pure gold, okay? Like pure gold. These stairs were just pure gold. And I took a foot on the stairs and I started, walking up the stairs. And then all of a sudden I started seeing more revelation being made. Each step case, okay? Each foot that was being put on, so each stair that you put your foot on had then to the right and to the left someone standing there. I felt like it was like angels, but I can't tell you. I don't know, okay? But I just know there was something, people standing there. But for each staircase, a step, right? And they also were decked out in gold, but in armor, okay? So they had armor on. So I couldn't see their face. I couldn't see what they really were. You know what I mean? they just looked like, they literally looked like back in the day when they had those that armor on, you know, like the silver armor, ready to battle kind of thing. Like that's what they had on, okay? But it was pure gold. It was pure gold, and like they had the helm and everything. So I didn't see the face. You guys see what I'm saying? But I saw like the outline, and it was just pure. Everything was pure gold, pure gold. And then is the, and like I said, each staircase to my left, and to my right, there was one standing there on each staircase going up. And like the more I was going up, the more it was revealed. It was like a temple kind of thing, right? And I then saw that they started having blades. They started having blades. And I saw these blades that they had, these weapons that they had, they looked like big feathers, okay? Like a big feather. And it was a little curled up. I wish I could show it. Just think of a feather, okay? And the feathers being like, it's a little bit more curled up. But it was made pure out of gold. And in the middle of this feather was red, the color red. And I knew there was also some kind of engravement in it, like some kind of pattern and writing. But what really took notice to me were the colors, like what they were. It was red in the gold, and it looked like a feather, okay, like this blade, but it was not of that material. It wasn't soft. I knew it was something. I was like a blade, okay. And I'm like walking up, and I really got a look at it. It was as if they got really close. I got really, really close to one side, and I really got, and I like looked at the blade. Like I really was I was allowed to like really take a look at it. I was like shown like how it looks like. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like walking up the stairs, even higher up, until I finally got. It was like a temple or something. Like I don't know. And but I walked up those stairs with no fear. I was like ready to walk up those stairs. You guys see what I'm saying? Like I don't know what this feeling was, but I was like, yeah. I don't know why. I was just so safe in a way, you know? Like I was happy to walk up those stairs. You guys see what I'm saying? I was like, the feeling was good. Let's just say that. But it was just like, I don't know where it came from. It just started revealing itself. I don't know where I was at. You guys see what I'm saying? So I'm walking up those stairs. So after all that, I'm like finally now on the top. And I walked then into the room. It was like in this building, temple, this doorway. But it was like dark. It was so like a little bit transparent in a way, okay? It wasn't like an actual door. It was like open already. It was like already open, but it was a little bit darker. So it was like transparent kind of thing. And I just like went in, okay? Like I was just like, and all of a sudden I was inside, and I I heard no talking now, okay? I heard no talking, and I knew I wasn't alone in the room. There was more. There was a lot going on. But I was like literally, I was standing right in front. Okay, I want to. I'm. The thing is, okay, the Lord's gonna show Himself in different ways. But He showed me Himself now as a king, and I was like in. I mean, how am I gonna explain this? Because this was like. I felt also like some kind of. I felt the presence of also having to do something with King David. I did. Um, it's like hard to explain, but that's just something I felt during the dream. I didn't see it. I just saw one. I just saw one, and I was gone. Okay. I saw like one and was gone. And but I had that feeling of King David in that room for some reason. And it's like the Lord shows himself in so many different ways, okay? So he shows you guys in a different way than how maybe he does with me. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just sharing now how I saw him now. And I saw him as a king. I guys, I was literally just like standing in that room. I was literally standing right in front of him. There was a big chair. Big chair. He was huge. A giant. I was standing in front of a giant. You guys understand? Like, and I'm so small. I am so small. You guys. All I did then was like, I didn't understand. Okay, the thing is, I was not confused. Not that you guys are mistaking me, okay? I was not confused at all. And I felt very safe, and there was no talking that needed to be done to know what was going on. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, she didn't even have to talk. I didn't hear anybody talking, but I knew people were talking in that room. And even though the Lord didn't look at me, I was standing right in front of him. I got to like have a look. And a giant. A giant. And I'm so small. Like, I'm so small. And I was just standing right in front where the seat was. And he was sitting there. And he had a scepter in his right hand. You guys have to understand. So like I'm like looking at the Lord. So I'm looking at God, and it's like a mirror then, right? So, but I'm letting you guys know what he really had in the hand, which hand, okay? So if I look at him, it looks like in the left, but it's actually his right. He had a scepter in his hand, no doubt, okay? And like I said, like there was nothing to like not understand, but in a way it was just like I've never seen it. I've never seen this before. You guys see what I'm saying? So for me it was like my brain, our little brains, it's just like what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? But that's why, and I don't even really understand it yet 100% either, but I'm sharing it, okay? I'm just sharing what I saw. And I knew the main topic. The main topic was judgment and some kind of justice being played out now through God's hand. So, and he had the scepter in his hand, and I knew people were talking all these things, and it's just like he didn't talk. All he did was like then stood up, giant, so tall, and I'm just standing in front, right in front of him, and I'm just like. You guys understand? I didn't have to speak. I don't even think I could, to be honest. He stood up, and I got to see the features, okay? But he stood up, and like I said, the Lord's always going to show himself in a different way. I'm just explaining how I saw him this time, okay? And I saw him as a king, and he had the right scepter, like in his right hand, stood up, and then he went like this with his left hand, okay? So he was holding the scepter in the right, and then he like raised his left hand up high, and I knew, like, okay, I knew when he did that, like, done deal, like it's happening, like judgment's been made, like that's my judgment, like that's my justice, okay, like that kind of thing. And nobody else had to say on that then anymore. Like when the Lord raised his hand, it was like a done deal. Okay, so and he then looked. Like I said, he never looked into my eyes. But I saw his eyes, and I saw his. I don't even know what the topic was about in that room. Okay, I have no idea, but it's like the Lord made his choice on something, and I knew it had to do with victory and justice and something on my behalf, you know? And it is also a testimony to share you guys with, because I'm not the only one, you know? Like, it can all happen to you guys too, and it does happen to you guys, you know? It's just this time I was shown a dream about it, you know, that I want to share. And after he did that with the hand, he then, because I also was really asking for justice, you know, and I then saw that he turned his head towards where the scepter was, in the direction of the scepter. I don't know where he was looking at, but he was towards the scepter, and he never let it go. And that's when I got to see his, okay, what really, really stood out was his nose, okay? His nose really stood out. It was like big. It was not, it was not, what's the word? In the width, it was not like that. But it was like big and like long, but like not, he was just like a giant, okay, you guys? Like, I'm trying to like, but in the nose, even though it was like big, it was so straight. Like, it was, I don't even know how to explain this. Like, I just never seen anything like it. You know what I mean? It was like a nose I've never seen before. And that, and he showed me himself with blue eyes. I saw blue eyes because when he looked to the side, that's when I then got to see the eyes, and I saw blue. And it was like saturated blue. Like saturated. And the hair color, okay, so it was like short. The Lord showed me this time like shortness. He had a beard, but it was like short, okay? Like it wasn't like big. Um, it wasn't super short either, but it was a beard and it went like this, right? Like that. And he had shorter hair, but there was a waviness to it. Not super curly, but it was a waviness to it. And he had dark brown hair. It was dark brown, but it also had a tint of red. And I really got to see the tint of red when he stood up and then looked towards the scepter. That's when I really got to see the features, okay? Because I was just looking at the features and I was like, I've never seen anything like it. Like, you guys see, like, and there was a little bit of tint of red that I saw. It wasn't dominant, okay? It was the dark brown was like, it was dominant, but there was a little bit of red in there. I saw that. And after that happened, and I felt like, I just like knew, like, it had to do with justice. Like, even though there was nothing said, it was just like, he just did that and it was like done. Like, and then I knew after that, all of a sudden I wasn't in there anymore, but it was more like I don't want to say forest either, but it was more like somewhere in the outland. I don't know where I was at. It was as if it was in there, and then it was like an outland, and there was a door, and I was going towards this door. It wasn't even far from the temple though, okay? You guys, like, it was not far, but like it was like not, I don't know what the Lord did, but, and I don't know where I was at, but I felt so safe, okay? And I knew I had to go through that door. I just don't know what's gonna be after that door. Wasn't able to, well, I wasn't allowed yet to know what's past that door, but I know I'm gonna go in it. So I don't know. And this door, like I said, it was a little bit darker. This outline was a little bit darker, so I felt like it was nighttime. It was really weird. Because it was a bit, like, not like dark, but like it was, I just knew it was like having something like dark, like something like dark, like nighttime or something. But the door was there, and the door was just like in the middle, like out of nowhere, okay? And I know I was going in that door, and I was ready for it too. I was ready to go through that door. And I don't even know what I was getting ready for. Like, I can't tell you guys. But this door was dark brown. It was dark brown. It was a wooden door, and I saw like a circle around it, but not a circle. What you guys, the circle wasn't dominant. It was more of a transparent light, more of a transparent light, not yellow, more like whitish, and like I said, this whole thing was a little bit transparent, but the door was dominant, and the door was dark brown, and it was wooden, and it was really rectangular. Okay, it was like it was a dark wooden door, and I knew like I'm gonna go in it, and then the dream was done. So I don't know what this doorway is gonna be. I have no idea yet. I'll find out, I guess, when the time comes. But that's what the dream was. But I knew when I was in that room, like some kind of judgment was made. Something on my behalf was definitely like when I saw that scepter, okay, and I just like, and this whole time it was so calm and like I was just ready. Like you guys, I was ready. I was so ready. I don't know how to explain this. And I don't even know for what. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but that's basically the dream that I had. And I knew, you guys, I just knew. And when you guys look at you know, anything that has to do with the scepter, with the Lord, it always has to do with making like judgment, justice. And he showed me literally the room with the scepter in the hand. So I just knew in that room, like, justice. I just knew it. If no speaking, even though like they were speaking, and to me it looked like the Lord was like listening to them, but like he made his judgment, like he made his own. He's like, no ifs and no buts on this, or something like that. Like that's the feeling that I got. Okay, but I don't know. I can't tell you guys now on what. But I know I've never seen anything like it, so I know it's very significant. It's going to be significant. You guys see what I'm saying? And then I also, before starting the video, this is the psalm that I then literally looked at one sentence and I was like, whoa, and just kind of gave me a confirmation. And I have here, and it says Psalm 21, David, David thanks God for victory. And it's like, okay, you have to understand me. When you guys see this, I read it on the page like after that, so I didn't see the title yet. Okay, so I actually read this first, and then when I like looked and saw like the beginning of the verse, and I saw the title, I was like, oh, like, you know, it says David thanks God for his victory, well, for victory. The king shall joy in thy strength, O Lord, and in thy salvation, how greatly shall he rejoice. I can't stop the title. Thou hast given his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips, Selah. For thou preventest him with the blessings of goodness, thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. He asked life of thee, and thou gavest it him, even length of days forever and ever. His glory is great in thy salvation, honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. For thou hast made him most blessed forever, thou hast made him exceeding glad with thy countenance. For the king trusteth in the Lord, and through the mercy of the Most High he shall not be moved. Thine hand shall find out all thy enemies, thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thy arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Be thou exalted, Lord. In thy own strength so will we sing and praise thy power. Amen. I just can't. I had to share this with you guys. I just thought it was so beautiful, and it gives hope that the Lord will act out unrighteousness on his children's behalf. So, especially justice, okay? And you guys seek justice. All you need to know is seek God first, ask for it, plead, give out your cries to God. If you're in a situation that you know you're being done unjust, and your hands are innocent, give the court case to God, because he's going to take care of it. You guys see what I'm saying? And I've never seen this myself. So when I saw it, and like I said, I don't know the time when it's going to happen, but I do know one thing: it's going to happen. And when it does, then justice will be served. For the Lord is righteous. He's righteous. And he knows when to take out the scepter. So when I saw that, there was no talking needed to be done. He knew the case, okay? He knew the case. And he's going to take care of it. So, I just needed to share that with you guys, because it's real and it's true, and don't give up. Do not give up. We don't understand the timings sometimes, but just know that God is a righteous God. He is just, and he will be justified, and also justify in his people. And like I said, if you're in a situation and you're giving up, in the sense of the hope of justice being served to you, I'm here to tell you to not give up hope on justice being served, because it is coming, and the Lord's going to do it in his time. And when it comes, there's no ifs and no buts. So here's the words of encouragement for you guys. It also gave me an encouragement and hope. And love all, bless all, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.